Julian, when the second unit kind of struggles to start the season, how just kind of valuable is it to finally have a game where you're able to get a stint of pretty low stakes minutes in the fourth quarter to just get a feel for each other? It doesn't necessarily matter if you're making or missing shots, that kind of thing.
Oh, no, it meant a lot just to go out there and especially just have like time and know that, you know, we got a little bit more of a leash and we can play with each other and find out things about each other's games and just continue to find each other's spots and, you know, just how we want to operate. So I feel like tonight was a good step in the right direction.
When you got, obviously, a late arrival with late night last night and knowing that Strawther's been playing a bunch of minutes, how nice is it for the bench to be able to keep the lead steadily and just pick them up and let them rest, especially late?
No, I mean, for sure. These are games that I have scheduled circled on my schedule, just knowing that, you know, Maul, Yoke, and AG, all those guys are playing heavy minutes, especially on that road trip, having 2 overtime games. So just coming off a back-to-back, just knowing that you got to take a little bit of the load off their shoulders. So I was happy with how that went.
It feels like the team's making progress every game. Like, do you guys get the sense of that, just with the way that things have trended? I know you guys lost in Minnesota, but it still felt like that was a pretty good game.
Yeah, we're definitely finding our identity, and I feel like we're doing a really good job of keeping things inside our own walls. Obviously, there's a lot of outside noise on what's going on in our locker room, but we've done a good job of just continuing to grow. And I feel like, you know, them 2 overtime wins told us a lot about ourselves because, I mean, those are games that we could have easily just let slip, and we could be sitting here 1-4 or something like that. So
There's a lot of talk coming into the season about this team's three-point volume and where you guys going to get that from. Is that something where you kind of feel a certain pressure on your shoulders getting into it? Mike kind of mentioned just feeling like he and you were going to have to be guys who could carry the load for that.
Yeah, but I feel like there's also just a balance for myself, you know, just trying to find the right shots and not forcing anything. Because, I mean, I could easily go out there and get up 7, 8, 9 threes a night, and they'd probably be a bunch of ill-advised shots. And I feel like that's something that I did even in my rookie year, you know, was take a bunch of ill-advised shots. So, like I keep telling y'all, you know, my main point of emphasis is just to continue to stay efficient and just be a guy that is known for staying efficient.
You, as a team, you guys have been pretty high percentage even on low volume so far. Is it really like the entirety of the focus just doesn't matter how many we take, just make as much as we can?
Yeah, and I mean, we have a bunch of really capable shooters, and we definitely trust in each other's abilities. So our volume isn't necessarily something that we're just going to go out there and chuck a bunch of shots just because we have Nikola and Jamal, and those guys operate so well inside. And then AG's has had an amazing start to the year, so, you know, he's been able to dominate some too. So our team construct is just a lot different than a lot of other teams.
From one shooter to another, what are you thinking when Jokic knocks down 3 threes in the third quarter?
I mean, he's been shooting it. Which makes me happy just because, you know, he'll pass a couple up, you know, here and there. And I know how good of a shooter he is. I mean, I see it every day, you know, up here in the practice gym. So I'm happy to see him, you know, shooting more, and the percentage is crazy.
He's at 60% on the year. Like,
on real attempts.
Yeah, like how just taking these shots before, like how nuts is it to be that high right now?
Oh, I mean, especially you got to think it's not a 6'3" guy closing out on him either. It's a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan every time, and I mean that's just who he is. I mean, everybody in the world knows how amazing he is, and he still finds a way to shock everybody every night.
How much are you learning, Julian, about how much physicality you can play with on the defensive end?
I mean, it's something that I'm still learning with, and I'm going through with the coaches, and obviously I got to find a way to stop fouling, quite frankly. But I feel like everything's just a learning progress for me right now, and I'm confident that as the season goes on, everything's just going to continue to fall into place.
But with fouls on jump shooters in particular been a little bit of a trend. Is there anything in particular that the coaches have just shown you on film in terms of what to avoid with that, or is it pretty much just a mental thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, being able to, you know, contest a shot without being completely in the guy's landing space or without just naking them on the body or up top on the hand. So Just trying to be a cleaner player on the defensive end is definitely my main focus.
With the schedule being kind of jam-packed in here, I guess how nice is it? You know, you guys need to rest, but that your next couple games are teams you've already seen.
I mean, that definitely does help just with the preparation, and obviously guys can go home and throw that film on, and I mean, it's all fresh. So just going out there, obviously Toronto and OKC next up, so just trying to handle business on home floor.
What'd you tell Trey after he got his first points?
Oh man, I ain't got no words for him. It's just a super cool moment. I mean, I've been there not too long ago, so I know how exciting that is, and just being able to have a game ball at the crib. It's one of the cooler things in the league.
Where do you have yours?
It's in my room on top of, it's like, I don't know, I got a little showcase, a bunch of stuff, and it's up there.
Thanks, Julie.